What's up, guys? Checking to see how this is. Looks like we are green. We are good to go. Let me just get this shared real quick. It is your boy Defness45 back at it with Saturday's DFS Slate. We're going to talk a little bit about seeing how the quality is here because my internet doesn't look so good. The stream health seems to be fine. Let me share this and see, get other people's take on it. It's really blurry. Just gonna see. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to. Oh, yeah, looks fine. Alright, just on my end. Alright, cool. Just looks like that on my end, so we are fine. We are good. What is up, guys? It's Saturday. Let's get to it. I am going to cover quickly the 305 slate, which is 6 games, and then we'll dive into the main slate tonight. Pretty excited. I got a fun night planned ahead of me. Going out. Probably going to be out for the night. Got a hotel room, so I'm not worried about drinking and driving. Just gonna have a good time. Got to clear my head a little bit. Yeah, enjoy myself. So, last night wasn't the greatest. Wasn't terrible, but wasn't great. There really wasn't anything to be proud about or happy about. I will tell you guys. What's up, Connor Sports Cards? I will tell you guys. Any of you card collectors out there, make sure you're buying up those Giannis rookies. Anything you can. Base, select, prism, autos are a little spendy. But once they sweep here and get into the finals, and especially if they can win a game, like in the beginning of the final series against the Warriors, even a game, those price on those Giannis are going to go through the roof. So buy now. That would be what I would call a smart investment. I bought a select one rookie last night. Just a base, but did a best offer on it. So get yourself some Giannis talking basketball. But let's get back to baseball. So I got a crunch shown over here. This is kind of the pitchers I would be on in the 305 slate coming up, which is starting real soon. So you guys want to get it in, we're gonna have to crunch through it quick, and then we'll get over to the main slate. I would look at Boyd too, but his price is just way too much. Way too much. Matz is interesting as well against the Marlins, but you guys saw what the Marlins bats came alive. Oh, my connection's bad now. Hang on, guys. Oh, man. Looks like coming back. Alright, I don't know what happened there. But you know what happened with the Marlins bats last night, guys, right? Having some issues with my internet today, so bear with me. But Marlins went off on DeGrom, right? One of the better pitchers in the MLB. So I would kind of hesitate to even go there. So the guys I'm going to look at for pitcher are going to be Nola and Pluco. So, again, going back to the Cardinals bats, right? Probably Josh Harrison, Mazara against or McCutchen and Harrison. This is kind of what that would look like, right? So, Nola, pay down here on your P2 pitcher. Get those Cardinals bats in there. They've yet to really shine in spots where they should be, but I think these bats, they have to wake up, man. They have to wake up, right? You could even go Marlins, like a Marlins stack, and get cute. Again, we're going GPP. We want to be different. I tell you guys this all the time. Build at least one lineup against one of the best pitchers in the slate, right? Go against them because you're going to gain so much leverage in the field. So if anybody had a Marlin stack and they picked the right Marlin bats last night, you probably had good leverage and you probably did pretty decent on that lineup if you played any. So don't be afraid to. If you play 10 to 12, 15 lineups in whatever slate, main slates early, don't be afraid to put one out there because when it pays off, it's really going to pay off, right? And you're looking for you're going to have a lot of break evens, lose some days, win a little bit of money here and there. It should fluctuate. But what you're looking for is that big day where it all comes together. You get every single play down, and you're at the top of the field in the GPP. So, yeah, I mean, and Adam P against the Orioles has just been terrible, man. So besides Villar, who hasn't even been great, he's gotten lucky on a lot of missed defensive plays, like even against the Twins when they played them. So this is kind of like what something would look like that I would be on. We still don't have the Cardinals lineup. One thing to tell you, two guys as a tool, two other tools. Anybody that's newer to playing DFS, I know I have some guys that I give help to that look at my advice and other things. Two things. Download like the Score app, or have the Score app or one of those sports apps that shows you the scores and shows you ahead of time. Look at team run totals, right? Now, if the team run total on one game is extremely high, you may want to focus on that, right? Especially the one that's favored to win. But you want to be careful because majority of the time what's happening is the field or the majority of the people are going to be on that same stack. So you're looking at similar, maybe a little less, hoping that one other one goes off. So that's one place to look when you're looking at your lineups. And if you're looking for your lineups, I use RotoWorld. Just their free, I put in MLB starting lineups, and then this daily. And this will give you like your confirmed and expected. So you can kind of see who should be in the lineup, and it may change. A guy might get scratched, something may change. But these are two tools you can use. And then another cool tool I use is called StatMuse. This is another free tool, right? So you can look at like things like, Mike Trout career versus right-handed pitchers. You can put pretty much anything in here, right? This will tell you he's batting .312 with 194. This career, because I put career in there. 3 RBIs, appearances. So you can get down to like pitchers. You can get specific against a pitcher, whoever's playing, right? It'll give you kind of those things. So remember, baseball is high variance. 80% of the time, players fail. That's why it's not. That's why no play is in GPP is not bad or is terrible, right? Because anybody can go off. But StatMuse, it's free. You can use it. It's just another tool you guys can use when you're constructing and building your lineups. So that's kind of where this would be right here. Let's just throw that in. Let's get to the main slate, guys. I've already built a bunch of different lineups, but I'm going to do this with you guys. I'll show you the crunches for each, and I'll even show you FanDuel once we get done here. So, pitchers I'm on main slate are going to be Canning against the Royals, Majarvius against the Pirates, and Barreros against the Mariners. But Barreros is spendy, and you know my take on spending up at pitcher. I think you use more of that money towards bats as long as you can find decent pitchers, right? So, the old cruncher, why is it still on this? Do we not change that slate? So we gotta go to main here. Now we go to pitchers. Now we do this. So Canning and Majarvis are actually towards the top, and look at their salaries, right? 14 and 14. Strasburg is going to be popular, so you might even want to attack a Cubs stack, right? Barreros, you could go a Marlins stack. I'm not going to go against my Twins, but it's possible. Another one, so stacks I'm on are going to be Twins righties, preferably. Astilio, Cron, and Buxton. I like the Red Sox bats. Benintendi, a lefty, they're going up against a right-handed pitcher, but Betts and Martinez still do good. Chavez as well. And then the other stack I'm really heavy on, I think that's going to be low owned, and the run totals high is against the Diamondbacks, and against Godley is the Giants. So Posey, Panic, Belt, Sandoval, and Crawford would be the main guys I would be looking at, like a 5-man stack. And I did build a lineup with them. And then on FanDuel, pricing is still reasonable. You can make it work with how the pitching pricing is and whatnot. The Astros would be a great stack over on FanDuel, and I'd still run these other stacks in FanDuel as well. But your Bregman, Correa, Brantley, Springer, Gurriel you could do as well, right? So, so here's a crunch. This would be like with Canning and Margivius. So we got the guys I'm talking about, a couple twins. This is kind of a mix and match, a lot of 2-man and single drop-ins, right? So let's build one with Canning, Margivius. So catch, I'll probably go. His price is too good at $3,800. It's hard to go wrong unless you went Posey here, like in the Giants, right? Then you could go Crom. You could go Moreland here. He is expensive. I do like Moreland, lefty against Martin tonight against the righty. That's an interesting spot, right? You could put Sandoval in here at $4,100 or Belt, either or. Crom is only $4,100, so I think that's why Cruncher likes him. One-offs I'm gonna like tonight too. Hayward should be leading off for the Cubs, so we could put Hayward like in this one. Right, he should be leading off at $3,400. It's just too cheap for a leadoff hitter. He's got a high upside. Correa, Nicky Lopez for the Royals. Ohtani against Junis. I love Junis, but he gives up those home run balls. Ohtani and Tommy La Stella are two interesting plays for one-offs for the Angels or a 2-man stack. Josh Donaldson, and don't forget shout out to Sean, but the boy Reyes again in the Padres against the Pirates. He's interesting, right? He's been crushing. He's got 14 home runs, I believe. So a couple guys to think about to fill in for your one-offs, right? And let's see what Lopez is priced at here on DraftKings. So Nicky Lopez is $3,100. He's been just killing it, right? So we're building up a good savings here. So we could go with someone like La Stella, right, against Eunice. Devers you could even look at. Actually a lefty in the Boston stack. Bregman, right? Josh Donaldson, who I do like, has a one-off. So we could plug him here. So we could either go Correa, Polanco. I'd probably go Polanco here and stick with the Twins. Bogarts is interesting as well in a Red Sox stack, right? So then that leaves us at 5,500. So you could put somebody like Springer or Brantley in there, right? I think I'd probably go lefty on the righty, so I'd probably go Brantley. And you could do someone like Trout, Martinez, Acuna, even. So, I'd probably just go Betts or Martinez. Trout, he gives up that home run ball, so maybe we take a shot putting a one in with Trout, right? So something like this could be a look. My son had to get a new PlayStation, so I don't know, he's downloading all the updates and whatever. But so that would be one look, right? One look right there with Canning and Margivius. Okay, so then let's look at where our crunches go with Barrios and Margivius. Again, put Nicky Lopez in here, Correa, Betts. Again, guys I talked about, Betts, Benintendi. Rosario, I'm not the biggest fan tonight. Lefty on lefty. I'd probably get off him and go to, if it's Minnesota, Buxton, and then pay up elsewhere, right? Like at catcher, or maybe move up on Donaldson or Lopez. So let's just see what this looks like. like switching them out here. And remember, Rails is kind of honestly my third best pitcher tonight. I'm heavier on Canning and Margivius, to be honest with you guys. So, and then we'll flip over to FanDuel and I'll show you my lineups are. He's just so pricey. I mean, I think you can get about the same out of Canning as you do Barrios and save about $2,000. But okay, so again, we can go. I would probably just say we stay here with Astillo. So now at first base, we could go Crom, we could go Sandoval, we could go Belt. Remember talking about my Giant stacks, right? Hosmer possibly as a one-off. Posey, 3,600. It's interesting. Remember, we like the Giants, right? Tonight. So maybe we go La Stella. He's just been on fire, man. So maybe we could go. So Donaldson. So again, let's go here. Let's put Buxton. I love that 9 spot for the Twins. Save yourself about $600. So let's put Betts and Benintendi in outfield, right? Let's see what we got. So we got 3,500. So we'll probably have to go Lopez again here at third, right? Save some money. Oops. Oh, is he second base? Alright. So maybe we just do this. We'll go this way, take LaStella out. So third base, we can go LaStella because he's second third base eligible. And shortstop, 3,900. Newman. I don't know if we're going to have anybody we like. So I would say get out at Betts here. We probably go back to a Twin or a Giant, possibly. Austin. Maybe Belt, 4,100. Okay, so then short we got $4,800. Bogarts, Baez, Dansby, Swanson at $4,200. Not bad. He comes into a lot of. I don't know. Not a fan of any of these guys really. Simmons against Eunice. So let's see what Swanson looks like here, and then let's go back pay up. So maybe Sandoval, Crom. Something like this. I don't know if that's much different than the last one we built, but we got Barrios in there now, guys. So that's somewhat of a look. Again, I don't know if I like four or five different guys on different teams. I like trying to do a 5-man stack. So let's try to do one more with a 5-man. Let's do a 5-man Giant stack. Okay, and see where we're at. We won't even put the pitchers in yet. We'll see where it leaves us. Maybe this one will be. So we'll go Posey at catch. We'll go Belt. Right. Sandoval. Maybe Sandoval here. Shortstop. Crawford. And then Tyler Austin's interesting. Panic. That's probably what I would do right here. Alright, so pitchers. Let's do our 2 guys that I'm on. At least you guys, and again, change all this up however you like. Go with different pitchers if you'd like. So I'd probably stick in Brantley, right? Maybe Springer. And we could go like Braun, Acuna, Polanco. I really like Otani tonight too against Jacob. Something like this, and maybe leave 400 on the table. I mean, I don't mind leaving money on the table, guys. That's another thing I always talk about: leaving money on the table. Don't be afraid to leave some money on the table. Sometimes that's where your best lineups are. But this will be a GPP shot in the dark. Again, I don't think Giants are going to be very owned, and they have a high run total. They're favored, so take a shot at it, man. Be different, be unique. Check it out, right? All right. So, kind of where I'm running on FanDuel to check on some of these guys. But again, going back to some Dodgers again as well on the early slate. Dodgers and Cardinals, right? Dodgers, Cardinals. Kipnis is a one-off. Cheap. Boyd on these. And then Maine. Same pitchers I talked about, right? Just a little Moreland action in there. A lot of Astro, like I talked about for FanDuel. Astros. It's kind of what I built so far. So, into FanDuel we go. So I'll show you the crunches quick. Yeah, you're gonna go NBA, aren't you? That's true. So we're already at Maine. I'll show you my crunches with. So that's with Adam P. Again, Cardinals, some Dodgers, Margivius, Moreland, Flores, Astros heavy, like I said in FanDuel. That's where I'd be going. Posey coming up, Giants showing up in the picture, right? Canning, stack again. Astros just changing up who they are a little bit because of the price difference. Panic, Estella with Simmons and Moreland. So, it's kind of where we're at, guys. I think that's going to about wrap it up. Guys, remember, guys, a couple of tips on GPPs. Go against what the field is playing, right? Obviously, we want lower ownership. Don't be afraid to, again, play 9-hole hitters. Play good players, right? Good players with potential high upside. Buxton's a perfect player like that. He's always cheaper because he bats ninth, right? People don't want to play guys that bat at the bottom of the order, but if you find winning lineups, a lot of times some of those guys are. Yes, you may get extra at bat or whatever with being 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, whatever. But that doesn't necessarily always mean that they're going to go off or they're going to have the best day, right? Even with that extra at bat. So gives them more opportunity, which is good, but you're also trying to find ways to gain leverage on the field. So don't be afraid to play pitchers that nobody else is talking about or on, because again, anybody can have a good day, anybody can be off. DeGrom got mashed yesterday by the Marlins. Perfect example, right? And people were highly owned on him. People love the guy, so they're going to go after him. That's what they're going to look for. So, and don't be afraid when you're watching my stuff, don't be afraid to change things up. Here's another good tip that I could tell you. Your gut will usually tell you on some guys or some plays. They'll kind of give you a feeling, or your gut will tell you, hey, I kind of like this guy or whatever. Go with your gut. At least do a lineup with your gut, even if you're thinking it's not the right. If your gut's telling you, but you're contemplating it, put a lineup with whatever your gut's telling you to play. Because you'd be surprised. You really would be surprised, right? Risk equals reward. Always. Scared money don't make money. That's my slogan. So, scared money don't make money, right? So, yeah, guys, it's about it, man. I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Spend it with fam, friends. Enjoy it. Whoever you want to be around, have a good time. Be safe, most of all. Good luck all. Check your lineups as well. Check the weather. Make sure everybody's playing. Like, I already have some no starts in here, so I got to adjust these guys, right? So I got to go in and check all my lineups. Make sure you check those before the games start. See who's a potential. See if I want to just jam them in or move somebody around. And I may have to change my salary here a little bit. Harrison there, 33 hundo. Do that. And yeah, just wrapping this up. Sorry guys, I'm just doing this real quick before I get off. And you can change your salaries. Don't just necessarily plug somebody in, but if he looks like he's an alright player for you, then, you know, be afraid to do it. So, alright. That's going to wrap it, guys. You guys have a great Saturday night. Talk to you soon. Until next time. Good luck. Peace.